Every generation inherits a script, a set of rules about how to behave, how to speak, how to respond when challenged, how to navigate conflict. Most people never question those rules. They simply inherit them. They are told that being agreeable is strength, that avoiding conflict is maturity, that keeping everyone comfortable is wisdom. And often, these qualities do matter. Kindness matters, patience matters, humility matters. But when these virtues are disconnected from strength, something begins to happen. Boundaries become negotiable, expectations become one-sided, respect becomes inconsistent, and slowly, many people find themselves wondering why they are appreciated but rarely valued, why they are included but seldom consulted, why they are trusted but not taken seriously. The answer is not always cruelty from others, nor is it weakness within. Often, it is architecture, the invisible structure of reputation, competence, standards, and options that quietly shapes how people are perceived. Most individuals focus on moments. The people who leave a lasting mark often focus on systems. The average person asks, "How should I respond to this situation?" The strategist asks, "What conditions allowed this situation to happen in the first place?" One focuses on reaction, the other focuses on design. And over time, thoughtful design often proves more effective than constant reaction. History offers many examples of this principle, not always through force, not always through confrontation, but through preparation, through positioning, through the patient construction of influence. Many historical leaders understood that outcomes are frequently shaped long before the visible conflict begins. What appears to be a decisive victory is often the final chapter of a process that started years earlier. The public sees the result, rarely the construction. This is why architecture matters, because visible events are often produced by invisible foundations. Most people attempt to solve recurring problems one incident at a time. The architect asks a different question. What structure would make this problem less likely to occur again? The difference may seem subtle. In practice, it changes everything. Modern culture places enormous emphasis on expression. Every opinion is shared. Every disagreement is broadcast. Every frustration is announced. Yet many influential individuals throughout history developed a different habit. They became selective, deliberate, measured. Not because they lacked emotion, because they understood the value of restraint. Restraint is often misunderstood. It is not passivity. It is not fear. It is the ability to choose a response rather than be controlled by a reaction. Many people spend their lives defending themselves, defending every criticism, defending every misunderstanding, defending every slight. The result is exhaustion. The strongest reputations often emerge differently. They are built through consistency, through competence, through standards maintained over time. When that foundation becomes strong enough, it begins speaking before the individual does. A reputation cannot eliminate criticism. No reputation can. But a strong reputation can influence how criticism is received, interpreted, and evaluated. That influence is significant. Researchers studying signaling, reputation, and social behavior have spent decades examining how people evaluate credibility and status. While no single theory explains every situation, much of the research suggests that actions often communicate more powerfully than declarations. Anyone can claim confidence. Anyone can claim discipline. Anyone can claim competence. Claims are easy. Demonstrations require effort. The athlete who trains consistently, the professional who delivers results repeatedly, the entrepreneur who keeps promises when circumstances become difficult. These individuals send signals that others can observe directly, and in many environments, consistent evidence tends to shape perception more strongly than verbal claims alone. This does not guarantee respect. Human behavior is too complex for guarantees, but it often creates credibility, and credibility compounds. That compounding effect becomes one of the most valuable assets a person can possess. Yet many people fall into predictable traps. The first trap is chronic accommodation. Every request receives a yes. Every boundary becomes flexible. Every standard becomes negotiable. At first, this may appear generous, and sometimes it is. But over time, consistently sacrificing one's own priorities can create unintended consequences. People may begin assuming access where permission once existed. They may mistake availability for obligation, not necessarily because they are malicious, because humans adapt to patterns. The second trap is emotional volatility. Months of tolerance, months of silence, months of accumulated frustration. Then suddenly, an explosion, a confrontation, a dramatic declaration. Unfortunately, these moments often shift attention away from the original issue and toward the reaction itself. The person attempting to establish a boundary may end up defending their emotions instead. The third trap is avoidance disguised as wisdom. Every disagreement is ignored. Every difficult conversation is postponed. Every challenge is reframed as something beneath consideration. Sometimes restraint is wise, but avoidance and wisdom are not always the same thing. Challenges left unaddressed can accumulate just as surely as challenges handled poorly. The architect avoids all three traps, neither perpetual accommodation, nor emotional explosion, nor endless avoidance. Instead, there is deliberate design. Consider the concept of reputation. Many people confuse reputation with popularity. The two are not identical. Popularity depends heavily on approval. Reputation depends more on expectation. When people hear your name, what do they expect? Consistency, competence, integrity, reliability. These expectations influence opportunities before conversations even begin. A strong reputation often changes the environment around a person. People communicate differently, negotiate differently, evaluate differently. Not because reputation creates magic, because expectations influence behavior, and behavior shapes outcomes. This process is subtle, yet over time, it can become extraordinarily powerful. Historical accounts suggest that leaders such as cultivated reputations for discipline, consistency, and restraint that continued influencing how later generations viewed them. Whether one agrees with every decision they made is not the point. The point is durability. Their influence survived beyond individual victories and defeats. Many influential figures throughout history appear to have understood a similar lesson. Short-term reactions are temporary. Long-term reputation can outlast them. This principle extends far beyond politics or leadership. It applies to careers, businesses, friendships, communities. Trust accumulates, so does doubt. Both are built gradually, both influence future opportunities, and both are often shaped by small decisions repeated over long periods. Perhaps the most overlooked form of strength is optionality. Options create freedom. Freedom influences behavior. When individuals believe they have no alternatives, they often tolerate situations they would otherwise question. They remain where they would rather leave, accept conditions they would rather challenge, compromise values they would rather protect, not necessarily because they lack courage, because dependence can distort judgment. This is why architects invest heavily in foundations, skills, knowledge, relationships, financial stability, professional credibility. Every additional option expands freedom. Every unnecessary dependency reduces it. And as freedom expands, confidence often becomes quieter, less performative, less defensive, less concerned with constant validation. Because confidence supported by reality rarely needs dramatic advertisement. There is another lesson worth considering. Many people assume power is primarily about controlling others. History suggests a more complicated picture. The most durable forms of influence often reduce the need for constant confrontation. The competent professional does not need to exaggerate achievements. The respected leader does not need to remind everyone of authority every day. The trusted expert does not need to win every argument. Their position already carries weight, not because they demanded it, because years of consistent effort created it. The stronger the foundation becomes, the less energy is required to defend it. This does not eliminate challenges. No one escapes criticism. No one escapes setbacks. But strong foundations often make recovery easier and instability less likely. Challenges often reveal information about people, about incentives, about weaknesses, about blind spots. Most individuals focus exclusively on the emotional experience. The architect studies the pattern. What happened? Why did it happen? What conditions contributed to it? What adjustments would improve the situation in the future? This perspective transforms frustration into feedback, and feedback can become construction material. Every lesson strengthens the structure. Every adjustment improves the design. Over time, the architecture evolves. Standards become clearer. Decisions become easier. Confidence becomes more stable. Not because life becomes easier, because understanding becomes deeper. Most people will hear ideas like these and interpret them as motivation. Motivation has value, but motivation fades. Architecture remains. Architecture is built through repetition, through habits, through decisions made when nobody is watching, through standards maintained when shortcuts appear attractive. The process is rarely exciting, rarely dramatic, rarely celebrated. Yet many of the achievements people admire are built this way, quietly, patiently, consistently. The public often notices the outcome, rarely the years of preparation behind it. Years later, observers may call it talent, luck, natural confidence. But beneath those labels is usually something less visible. If this message resonated with you, consider taking a moment to support the channel. A simple like helps more people discover these ideas. Subscribing ensures you won't miss future conversations on self-mastery, discipline, and personal growth. And if someone came to mind while listening, share this video with them. You never know which message might arrive at exactly the right time. Thank you for being here and for being part of this journey. The question has never been whether life will test you. It will. The question is whether you will spend your life reacting to those tests or whether you will invest in building a stronger foundation beneath them. Because the highest form of influence is not intimidation. It is not revenge. It is not domination. It is design. And the people who embrace that principle often develop a stability that is difficult to shake, even when circumstances become difficult. Not because they are louder than everyone else, not because they are feared, but because the architecture beneath them has been strengthened deliberately, patiently, and consistently over time.